company Taste of Tiger, based in Krasnoyarsk, in the heart of Russia. It's Siberia. We produce different kinds of jams, herbal teas, and today you will have a unique chance to try our products after the session will over. Also, I'm a mentor of entrepreneurs from different parts of Russia and alumni of our Women's Entrepreneurship Program in the University of Texas. And I've got some questions to you. Who wants to be a part of big international project and want to be entrepreneurs? Raise your hands, please. Okay, one. Who wants to be rich? Nice. Who wants to travel around the world? Wow, good of you. And I believe this session for you, because we will talk about business, we will talk about export, we will talk about opportunities, and our panel session is titled BRICS Youth Entrepreneurship Space of Opportunities. And let me introduce our guests, our speakers, and our expert, Angelina Morgan, Head of International Partnership Program at the Russian Export Center. Gleb Tolstov, CEO, Zone Smart Company, Russian Export Center Solution Partner. Nitesh Kumar Mishra, Joint Secretary, Department of Youth Affairs, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sport of India. And as you know, India is a supervisor country in Youth BRICS in entrepreneurship. Enrique Dominguez, Deputy Head for Cooperation with Ambassadors of International Municipal BRICS Forum, and Enrique is a participant of a summit, and he is a part of working group of an entrepreneurship track. So, thank you. Entrepreneurship has always been a key focus in the youth in BRICS countries. It helps strengthen import-export connections, boost trade, and create an ecosystem that all member states work hard to protect. Almost 20 years ago, BRICS was formed mainly as an economic alliance to enhance the global standing of its member countries. Today, we will hear various aspects of youth entrepreneurship, so I suggest you to take your pen, make a notes. Maybe this insight from this session will really change your life. And all of you today also will have a chance to make a question and use this opportunity, please. And let's get it started. Our first speaker is Angelina. And Angelina, how do you think e-com can change business today? What opportunities are there for small business to grow in a global market? And of course, how does Russian Export Center support this? Please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here and to speak in front of all of you about e-commerce, since it's my field of expertise. So I hope that at the end of my speech, you will be as much eager to try e-commerce as I do every day. So, how does this work? Okay. So I represent Russian Export Center. It's Russia's national development institution that is dedicated to support non-energy, non-resource experts. So our goal is to make Russian goods and services work in the foreign markets. And we have various programs to support that. Why I decided to speak about e-commerce at the BRICS Youth Entrepreneurship session. Why should we speak about e-commerce in the first place? So basically, first of all, e-commerce has already transformed the field of business, I think, almost in every country, and especially during the pandemic when we couldn't leave the house. E-commerce was not only like a source of goods, it was also a source of entertainment, I guess. And this is one of the reasons why afterwards afterwards we have the boom in social commerce. The audience of e-commerce platforms, meaning both sellers and buyers, is, I think by the half, is under 35 years old. So this is why I think it's crucial for us here at the Youth Forum to speak about e-commerce. And Russia actually already has developed this e-commerce field quite well. At the moment, 2 of Russian marketplaces has already entered top 10 world marketplaces in the world. So this is why for Russian businesses, it is quite common to be present at e-commerce platforms. But I'm speaking about e-commerce not only for the business reasons, not just because it is one of the common tracks for businessmen to start their business in the e-commerce platforms. Another reason is that e-commerce, in our view, can actually make international cooperation work better. Here you can see sort of new world map. Don't be too strict. It's just to represent that nowadays we can see the world not divided, but covered in e-commerce ecosystems that has their own users, and they have their own rules. And actually nowadays, if you want to reach audiences from all over the world, you can stay at home and just enter a marketplace. And this is why we see that e-commerce should not only be understood as a business tool, but also an international cooperation tool. And this is why I decided to present our project here at our session that is actually based on these 2 factors. So this is a special project that Russian Expert Center has launched in 2019 and is now developing. It's called National Stores of Russia. What is it? So national stores is sort of supermarkets with Russian goods that are functioning on foreign marketplaces, and especially in the marketplaces of BRICS countries. And these stores are operated by our partners in these target markets in China, in Brazil, in Emirates, in Saudi Arabia, and other countries. Basically, for them to operate, we engage with partners that have the expertise in retailing imported goods, but our goal is to stimulate them to work with Russian goods. And as of now, we have 36 such stores in 7 target markets, and it includes such BRICS markets as China and Emirates. And as a result, now, these national stores of Russia have the audience of more than 2 million regular customers that come to these stores on a daily basis and buy Russian goods. And on our end, in order to ignite the interest of these foreign audiences to buy Russian goods and to learn more about Russia, we organize sort of large-scale promotion activities of these stores in the target markets under the umbrella national brand Made in Russia. And one of the main instruments that we use is social media. Here you can see our Russian Olympic champion in figure skating, Anna Sherbakova, that is one of Made in Russia ambassadors, and she has an audience of more than 5 million in Chinese social media. So we engage with her for different projects to promote Russian goods and Russia itself as a whole. I would like to give some examples of what we do within this project. So with the influencers on social media, we managed to reach more than 20 million people in BRICS members like China and Emirates, as well as other countries like Turkey, Vietnam, etc. We also develop a network of the Made in Russia ambassadors, like Anna Sherbakova, as I said before, and other famous Russian sportsmen, cultural leaders of opinion, etc., that have audience abroad. And also, we organize large-scale special Made in Russia festivals that combine fairs of Russian goods and hybrid entertainment program. And we have already had 2 such festivals in China this year, and we're looking forward to the festival in the Emirates this fall. And as a result, in terms of business, the project allows a large number of producing businesses in Russia to reach foreign markets with their product and benefit from partner e-commerce infrastructure that we are building with our partners from China, Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Brazil, as I said. It also engages professionals in social media, influencers, and e-commerce specialists, both from Russia and foreign countries. And it is especially important opportunity for small and medium enterprises and young entrepreneurs as we see it. And on another hand, it raises awareness about Russian goods and Russia itself among the vast audience of the foreign e-commerce platforms, that is mainly young people. And to a higher end, by this project, we create a sense of unity among countries because through this project, by buying Russian goods, by participating in such events, we get to know about each other more, not by scrolling the news, but by sharing our lifestyle. And this is why I invite the young entrepreneurs from BRICS countries to cooperate with us under this project. I mean e-commerce specialists, I mean in retail business, I mean someone who wants to work with imported goods, SMM managers, influencers, bloggers, etc. And our goal here is to engage more with BRICS countries because, as I said, as of now, we have these stores in China and Emirates, speaking of BRICS countries, but we want to expand, of course. And also, we are ready to share our experience for closer cooperation within our union, and maybe you will be interested in launching similar projects in your countries. Thank you for your attention.
Angelina, thank you very much. I believe that such kind of cooperation that Russia not just make business but make public relation abroad is very important today. So questions will be after all the experts will say. We are going next, and the next speaker is Gleb Tolstov. He is representative of the company who helps to make first steps in Yacom. And Gleb, can you share some real examples of how to enter international markets today? Maybe what investments are needed to start and which products can be successful today?
Okay, thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you for having me today. Okay, I'll start with delivering my presentation, and after that I'll provide all the answers to your questions. I think it will be more appropriate. So, I'm Gleb Tolstov. I'm General Manager or Chief Executive Officer of ZoneSmart. ZoneSmart is a private company, but we're a certified partner of the Russian Export Center. So we collaborate with more than 45 regions across Russia, and we've completed more than 400 international projects when we hosted our Russian exporters and to the global e-commerce market. So I graduated from Moscow State Institute for International Relations, so I see a lot of students here from my university. Very glad to see you. So about my professional interests, I'm fond of management, analytics, strategy, business, and after 6 p.m. I'm playing football. So okay, let's start about a few words about my company, what we do on a daily basis. So what we do is to provide a full cycle of e-commerce operation for the Russian companies. So when the Russian company wants to expand their strategy, their goods to the global markets, for instance, it's Amazon, for instance, in the United States or known in the United Arab Emirates. So first of all, you need to set up your logistic plan and to export your goods from Russia to the country of destination. Today it's a bit challenging because it's not a secret that Russia faces some sanctions from the global community and export operations are in decline. But there are a lot of ways to do it, and our main goal for the Russian exporters to assist them with that, because we know all ins and outs about the export operations, about the import operations in the country of destination, the issues of certification, the way the e-commerce platform work. So actually we like the consulting agency for the Russian clients. So our mission is to find the global expansion for the Russian exporters. So actually we started our company in 2019 and we work only with 3 global marketplaces. It's Amazon, eBay and Etsy. It's all the United States. But today we have like sort of new destination and we closely cooperate with BRICS countries. Actually our main destination, the major destination today is the United Arab Emirates. Actually the United Arab Emirates has 2 major marketplaces. It's Amazon and Noon. My next slide will be dedicated to that. Actually, and our main goal is to boost the boost of the international sales for the Russian exporters, because it's a bit challenging to enter the new market because you represent a non-brand, you don't know the way the e-commerce platforms work. So actually you need to find your niche, to find the goods and to promote them, because it's a very challenging cycle of work from logistics to marketing campaigns. So actually what we do on a daily basis, so actually the first one is I've covered the topic of logistics because it's quite challenging in today's reality. Actually we provide different types of analytics, so because when you want to enter a new market you need to complete the research of the e-commerce metrics of these countries. So you need to understand the volume of sales, the way the e-commerce platform works, the index of user penetration. So it's very important to understand how many percent of population uses internet, and if they buy some goods through online. For instance, in Turkey, this metric is below 50%, and actually less than half of the population of Turkey use e-commerce. But in the United Emirates, this percentage is more than 75, because the United Arab Emirates is more developed in sense of IT, high-tech technologies, and they work with e-commerce more properly. Actually, also what we do, we try to help our Russian exporters to get the certification in country of destination. Today it's very challenging, because for the Russian legal entity in different countries it's very challenging, and we need to find the distributors, the partners here, and to consolidate all the efforts to get this certification and to help them start their business abroad. Actually, in the last step of our work, when we completed logistics, analytics, and certification, and our goods and the foreign customers are ready to buy our goods, it's to complete the content and advertising campaigns. Actually, we provide different types of advertising marketing campaigns, different types like CPA, CPC. In the world of marketing, it's key objective to key metrics to provide these marketing campaigns. Well, actually, we worked closely with the United Arab Emirates, Brazil, China, Turkey, United States, and the European Union countries. So actually we're an official partner of the Russian Export Center and the Russian Post, and we're the global partner of eBay and Virtual Expo Group. eBay is the second largest marketplace in the world, and Virtual Expo Group, it's a it's a group of companies. It's a B2B marketplace in Europe. It's one of the most Okay, very important marketplace for the Russian exporters. So a few words about your e-commerce market, because today it's our major channel for the Russian exporters. So actually, if we compare the data from 10 years ago and today's data, we can see that it's skyrocketing, and so it's very developing e-commerce market. So the key metrics about this is high GDP per capita, because actually it's a wealthy country and people can afford to buy through marketplaces actually, and the national currency is fixed to dollar. It's very important for the Russian exporter, because everyone knows that 2 years ago the dollar was 60, now it's 90, and we don't know the perspectives actually. And the two major e-commerce platforms are Amazon and Noon. So, and actually from we can see that the volume of sales is more than $500 million. So more than 50 million active users, monthly users, and more than 50 million registered users. So, and actually it's very important to know that marketplace provides from 1 to 3 days delivery across United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia. Actually, we've completed more than 10 or 15 projects across the United Arab Emirates, and I can say that it's very popular among the Russian exporters nowadays, especially Amazon and Noon. And about our future, what our plans for the next quarter is to expand to the Brazil e-commerce market. 3 months ago, Amazon opened its facility in Brazil. So, and actually it has the fulfillment by Amazon in Brazil, and we wanted to study this region and provide the services for our sellers in Brazil. And the second largest, actually the major e-commerce platform in Brazil is Mercado Libre, and it's the most promising e-commerce platforms in Latin America region. So it has its own warehouse in Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, Mexico, and etc. So very popular marketplace. And if we take a look at statistics, so actually it's the 7th or the 8th marketplace in the world. I think it's the most, and getting back to your questions about, could you please remind what I should answer?
It was about maybe examples of Russian projects, some businesses which are now on the international market with your help, and what investments are needed today to start this really long way to be successful internationally?
Well, about the examples, so I think that actually our best cases are in the United Arab Emirates and in the United States of America. So actually, for the Russian exporters, the best marketplace, in my opinion, is Etsy. It's an American platform. So actually, it's a marketplace of handmade goods. So actually we have a lot of bunch of crafters in Russia. So actually they do their goods by themselves, they export them, and it's very popular among the international audience. It's not only BRICS countries, it's United States, Europe, and etc. Well, actually about our last cases, we have an exporter from Sverdlovsk region. So he has handmade toys, and actually they're very popular on Amazon in the United Arab Emirates and in other regions. About investment, so it depends upon your business, upon your goods, because actually we work with small and medium enterprises, and the best way to export your goods, that if your goods are small in size, because logistics today is very difficult, and the Russian post has the limit for 30 kilograms for international shipments. So actually it's the best way to cut your cost, cut your operational and logistic costs. About the investment, so actually I think like from $5,000 to $10,000 it will be enough for the first quarter of your operation. It has the logistics budget, marketing budget for consulting agency, actually, and thanks to the Russian Export Center that supports the small and medium enterprises across Russia, and they help our exporters to expand to global markets with their assistance.
Thank you. Yes, Angelina, make a comment.
Yeah, I would like to make a quick comment that Zone Smart is actually the case of young entrepreneurs that I've been talking about because they, like, I know them long enough, and they started their business when they were at the university. Now they've grown into actually a very successful company that main goal is to support export e-commerce from Russia. So this is exactly the case of a business that you can start. You can produce something that you want to export, or you can help others to be present at the global markets.
Yes. Can you name some steps which support Export Center? Because I, as an entrepreneur, know that you can invest in registered trademark abroad and different things.
Yes, there's actually a whole bunch of support measures that Russian Export Center provide in logistics, in certification, in trademark support, etc. And you can also get support from a regional export center. And sometimes we have similar kind of measures, and you can benefit from both of them. So it's just for an entrepreneur to be active and to get to know all the benefits that you can get. And apart from this, we also, as I said, implement a large-scale, nationwide program for foreign promotion of Russian goods under the national brand Made in Russia. And also, you can certify as Made in Russia producer for your own, and after that you will be able to place a logo Made in Russia trademark on the good that you produce, and this is another kind of measure of support. And also, if you are producing food, you can take part in a program that we implement together with the Ministry of Agriculture. It's offline pavilions that we have in 6 countries, and in BRICS we have in China, in Emirates, in Saudi, and in Egypt. And being part of this program, you can place the samples of your goods in each and every of these pavilions, and also we are implementing a program to promote your goods in the market, both when they are just as a sample there, so for you to find B2B partners, and also we can help your sales when you are already present in e-commerce platforms or in retail. We can organize different promotion activities for your goods. So this is another thing if you are producing food.
Nice, thank you. Okay, we are going further, and our next speaker is Nitesh. Hi. Could you please share your experience of supporting entrepreneurs, how e-commerce is developing in your country, and how the government supported?
Thank you so much. I will use the podium. In fact, the speech which I have prepared will give the answer also. And when you asked here that how many people want to become an entrepreneur, there were very few hands. In fact, in India also, if we go a decade earlier, the situation was same. So in my, when I read my thing, I will tell you that what all we have done, and I hope after I have spoken, then there are more hands. And I will also like to tell you that the 15 delegates which have come from India, many of them are, all of them are young professionals, and many of them are in entrepreneur business. So I will ask them also to share their experiences with the youth. So thank you so much.
Okay, let's do it. And who will?
I will use the podium. Thank you.
Yeah. And who will represent you?
Yeah, there is a.
Maybe.
They will. I will ask them when to.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
So namaskar once again. Distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues, and inspiring youth of the BRICS nation. We are today talking about BRICS Youth Entrepreneurship. This was one of the vertical which was decided in South Africa when different verticals were decided. And this vertical was given to us, India. It is my pleasure to be here today in the beautiful city of Ilinovosk, Rasa, and talk on the theme of youth entrepreneurship, the priority areas entrusted to India. As we gather to discuss and shape the future of our nations, I'm filled with optimism and pride, particularly when I reflect on the incredible strides India has made in the realm of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the engine of economic growth, innovation, and job creation. It is a beacon of hope for millions, offering the promise of a better future through creativity, hard work, and perseverance. In India, we have witnessed an entrepreneurial revolution that has transformed our socio-economic landscape, making us a global hub of innovation and enterprise. To achieve this common goal, India has made some significant progress in the field of entrepreneurship. India's startup ecosystem is now the third largest in the world, with over 77,000 startups recognized by Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade as of 2024. Among these, more than 108 have achieved unicorn status, valued at over $1 billion each. This remarkable growth is due to the entrepreneurial spirit of our youth and the supportive environment fostered by our government. According to the Economic Survey of India, 23-24, startups in India have created 800,000 jobs, showcasing their vital role in our economy. India has also launched several initiatives to support and uplift the culture of entrepreneurship. The Startup India initiative, launched in 2016, aims to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startups in the country. This program offers tax benefits, simplified regulations, and funding support to startups, ensuring they have the resources they need to thrive. Additionally, the Atal Innovation Mission, it is a kind of innovation mission, is promoting a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship across the country. Atal Innovation Mission has established Atal Tinkering Labs in schools and Atal Incubation Centers in universities and research institutions, providing young investors or innovators with the tools and mentorship they need to develop their ideas into successful business. Access to capital is crucial for growth of startups. The Fund of Funds for Startups has been created. The Fund of Funds for Startups scheme, managed by Small Industries Development Bank of India, has committed around $1.3 billion, that is around 10,000 crore in Indian rupees, to provide funding support to startups. By March 2023, Fund of Funds Startup has already supported over 680 startups, contributing significantly to their growth and sustainability. The Digital India initiative is another cornerstone for our entrepreneurial ecosystem. By enhancing internet connectivity and digital infrastructure, Digital India has empowered entrepreneurs from even the remotest part of the country to access global market, resources, and opportunities. As of 2023, India has over 850 million internet users, making it the second largest internet users base in the world. One of the most notable achievements in the digital revolution is the success of Unified Payment Interface, shortly we call it UPI, especially in the growth of local businesses. UPI has revolutionized the payment landscape in India, with over 45 billion transactions worth $1 trillion processed in 2023 alone. This has not only facilitated ease of doing business, but has also included millions of people into formal financial system. The growth of women entrepreneurship is equally important for India. Programs such as Women Entrepreneurship Platform and Mahila E-Heart are specifically designed to support and promote women entrepreneurs. These initiatives provide mentorship, funding, and market access to women, ensuring their active participation in entrepreneurial ecosystem. According to a NASSCOM report, women-led businesses in India surged from around 8% to 13% between 2014 and 19, driven by digital media, e-commerce, and changing social norms. Despite facing challenges such as limited access to financial institutions, socio-cultural barrier, and a lack of role models, women now make up around 14% of all entrepreneurs in India, and own 10% of formal enterprises. This growth is supported by digital lending, online selling, and extended support of Government of India providing new opportunities for women. This is an indication of a promising future for women entrepreneurs in India. India's entrepreneurial success is not just a national achievement, but a global one. Our startups are making significant contribution to various sectors, including technology, healthcare, agriculture, and renewable energy. For instance, the Indian biotech sector is expected to grow to $150 billion by 2025, driven by innovative startups. Also, the recent COVID-19 pandemic has understood the importance of entrepreneurship in addressing global challenges. Indian startups have been at the forefront of developing solutions from low-cost ventilators to digital health platforms, demonstrating their resilience and ingenuity. As we look to the future, it is clear that the entrepreneurial spirit of our youth will continue to drive our progress. The Indian government remains committed to creating an enabling environment where innovation can flourish. As Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam once said, dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. The spirit of determination and perseverance is what will propel us forward. In closing, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers and to all the participants for their dedication to achieve a collaborative and innovative future. Let us work together to empower our youth, support our entrepreneurs, and build a world where opportunities know no boundaries. Thank you. And now, thank you. I will take your question that I have here. Basically, I have answered most of it. We have given the environment like, when I say that we have given fund for startups, we have made innovation mission, we have made tinkering labs, we have Startup India. Then the payment system has been, it has become very easy with unified payment entrepreneurs. Then for women, we have made a special provision. So these things have led to this growth. In fact, as I told in my opening remarks also, we have 15 individuals who all of them are young professionals. And I will request one of my young professional, Anisa, to share her experience. Thank you so much.
Namaskar, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues, and the inspiring youth of BRICS Summit, I'm very grateful to be here. I own a marketing agency, a female-led marketing agency by the name the SSS Studio. It stands for Strategy, Storytelling, and Success. And when we talk about success, we're talking about building a community that's loyal to the businesses. Like Sir mentioned, a bunch of initiatives, India has taken several initiatives to push the startup ecosystem further. Through our agency, we promote a lot of indigenous products, a lot of India-centric services as well. And while I was working for it, we've realized that a lot of these initiatives have helped the entrepreneurs a lot. For example, the startup ecosystem, Startup India, which was launched under the leadership of our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. It helps them with tax benefits and simplified regulations, and it also supports these startups so that they can flourish further. Not to mention the impact that UPI has had. It has reached every corner of India, almost every corner of India, making it absolutely simple for people to make transactions, and a lot of countries are also being part of it. India has become an excellent platform, has given an excellent opportunity to all the startups and businesses. So yeah, I also feel like BRICS is a vital platform to tap into some of the world's largest and most dynamic markets. More economic interactions and cooperation between the countries would be the ideal way forward.
Thank you so much, Anisa.
Thank you,
and in
sir.
fact, I will also like to tell all of you that since this was decided in South Africa that every country will head a vertical, within a month we will having a special vertical on this entrepreneurship. where we will be sharing our knowledge, our experience, and we plan to invite 5 delegates from all the BRICS countries. Apart from this, I'm open to any question right now or afterwards, whenever you feel like. Thank you, moderator.
Thank you. It's quite interesting that we are so different, but we are so common in our way to dream, to develop our countries, and it's really nice. And go to our next speaker, Brazil. Enrique Domingues. Brazil is quite far away from Russia. It's about 15,000 kilometers. And thank you that you're here.
I'd say that the Brazilian country is far away from Russia just in a geographic point of view, because from heart we are really close to each other. Hi everyone. My name is Henrique Domingues. As they said, I am here as a representative of the civil society. So please do not expect from me all this seriousness that these people showed you, these respectful people from the government. I just would like to bring you some thoughts that we developed in our working group. I am also a representative of the working group regarding this theme, the entrepreneurship and the space of opportunities within the BRICS initiative. And we've been thinking about entrepreneurship, actually. When we think about entrepreneurship, we directly think about business, about money, about companies. But in fact, in my country, in Brazil, we have a wider understanding about entrepreneurship, because we can have in Brazil, for example, not just companies or businessmen who can be entrepreneurs. We have social entrepreneurs, we have environmental entrepreneurs, we have sport entrepreneurs. When someone is willing to develop a new solution to solve a common problem, we can call this person entrepreneur. And we are here talking about young entrepreneurs. And unfortunately, guys, I have to share my experience with you as a young man, as a young person, because when I was a student, I suffer from lack of money, you know. So it's we suffer to conclude our studies. We suffer to go to the university. We suffer to achieve our goals because we are just starting our life, you know. So when we talk about young entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship from young people, we need to understand how can we finance, how can we propose, how can we create possibilities so young people will be able to become entrepreneurship in each area that they want to be entrepreneurs. Because of course we live in such a world, unfortunately, which money is needed to do anything. So within our working group, we developed some proposals. We would like to propose some solutions to this small problem from young people from all around the world, and also, of course, from BRICS countries, you know. At first, we think that the BRICS countries should provide young people, not just young people, but everyone, most clear economical indicators, so it would be more clearer to us, to everyone, where we should be entrepreneuring within the BRICS countries, of course. Also, regarding the difficulties, the cultural difficulties, the cultural differences, the geographical distances between our countries, we think that we should establish BRICS startup incubators for younger entrepreneurs. So we would be able to achieve, to give a proper platform for young people to develop their initiatives, to develop their business, and also a proper platform to promote exchange, to promote the change between our experiences, and to promote the possibility to internationalize the business of the young people within the BRICS countries. Of course, we would like to very politely request to every representative of the government here that you should create more favorable environment to the young people be able to develop. I think the guys from India here, they presented really good solutions and really good initiatives in order to promote the business within the young people. Also, we have a good program being developed in our country, in Brazil. The name of it, we could translate something like the cool young man, the cool young person, you know, the one who will be able to develop such innovative solutions to old problems that we are facing in our world, you know. I think I am the proper guy. I think that's why actually they choose me to present these proposals, because the next one we would like to request to the new developing bank to create new lines of credit. And why I think they choose me to propose this one, it's because the president of the BRICS bank is now the former Brazilian president, Dilma Rousseff, which we are very happy to see her in the place. It's for us, it's like a pleasure. It's very cool to see the woman back to the game, and she is doing a really good job. So we need to take it from the development bank, the possibilities, the line of credit is to develop the young people entrepreneurship actually. And last but not least, we think that we should create most probably within the BRICS Youth Summit also a summit for young entrepreneurs. I think we should be able, with such a mechanism, to provide more specific proposals to the development of the BRICS young entrepreneurship, and also we would be able to gather together the people who are willing to develop such proposals. And also, it's very important for us to understand what's happening around us when we want to become entrepreneurs, when we want to be such game changers. And I think this is the most important in us, because when we are young people, the fire, our eyes, they are still burning. We believe that the change is possible, and I think this is the most important thing that we have inside us. We have to keep going for it, you know, and we have to understand what's happening in the world around us, because when we are starting to develop initiatives like that marketplace, when we try to make a business with the countries like Russia or Iran that unfortunately now are under sanctions, we see a lot of barriers, and we need to be also able to avoid these barriers, and that's why we need to keep believing in such a possibility of the changing of the world, you know. And as young people, as you, you know, I would like to invite you to keep fighting for the multipolar world, because just within this new way of making international relations, we will be able to develop the real young entrepreneurship. I would like to thank the opportunity that the Brazilian government gave to me, inviting me as a representative of the social, of the civil society. If they had not invited me, it would not be able for me to be addressing here, well, in front of you guys. You are amazing. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and thank you very much, Russian Federation, for this amazing event. You are awesome.
Enrique, it was amazing. Thank you for so emotional speech. And one question for you. I know that you study in Russia, and what about these cross-cultural peculiarities, Brazil and Russia? And what do you think, with your experience, how our business relationships can be developed in a new way with your point of view?
Yeah, actually, studying in Russia, it was a great experience because it made possible for me to understand better the Russian mentality. And I found out that actually Brazilian people and Russian people are very similar to each other. The main difference between our country is that, well, we have sun. And Russia has not, unfortunately. But sometimes when we see the sun shining in Russia, we start even closer to each other. And due to this fact, unfortunately, we can't export sun to Russia, unfortunately. I would love to, but it's not possible. As we have the same mentality, I think it's very simple to develop business between ourselves. We just need to understand that the world is changing right now. Sometimes we from Brazil, and also not just regarding the Russian people, but also regarding the Brazilian people, it seems to me that we keep dreaming to the possibility to work peacefully with these Western people. But the matter of fact is that they do not want to work peacefully with us. And I'm not saying that. They keep saying that repeatedly in the media, wherever. So we need to be willing to develop the business between ourselves apart from their menaces. I think that's the main challenge right now.
Thank you. And now the most interesting part. Let's go to your questions. Who will be the first? Okay, girl, please, in a white.
Good afternoon. My name is Gamulina Antonina. I am a postgraduate student at Yaroslav State University. And my PhD dissertation is about investment cooperation in BRICS. And I have a very big problem because there are not enough investment statistic in UNCTAD. And what do you think about our own statistic? And need we make some statistic book or handbook in our countries more detailed than in UNCTAD? Not only country, year, and world, but country by country and industry. Thank you.
It's quite hard to answer.
In fact, I can take
No,
this.
I believe that yes. Yep, and
Thank you so much. It was more of a suggestion, but I will like to say that now in different countries, this kind of data is being provided. Like if you want to check up data on startups and their success in my country, India, you can see it in the economic survey. Today is our budget day, so yesterday only it would have been released. So you can go and check there. And I hope that when we are having our different negotiations in the council, we are also talking about these data series. Thank you so much.
I can comment on your question as well. Actually, when I was a fourth-year student, so actually I prepared a report about the investments. It wasn't about BRICS, it was about the different states. But actually, if I'm not mistaken, UNCTAD is not the only source for finding these statistics. Actually, you can find this data on World Bank, actually, and when you take a look at the investments, so you will have two types of investments: foreign direct investments and portfolio investments. Foreign direct investments when you buy more than 10% of the company, so it's long investments, long-term investments, and portfolio investments, short investments. Actually, and if I'm not mistaken, in UNCTAD there will be the data from one country to another, but there will be no detailed statistic about the sectors. Actually, maybe you can find some more detailed report, like in oil and gas sector. There is a BP statistical report, is annual review of these investments in this sector. Maybe you'll find some in reports more detailed. I mean.
Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm a member of the Chinese delegation. My name is Han Dongchen. I graduated from the University of Science and Technology of China. At present, I'm also engaging in science and technology entrepreneurship. I have my own enterprise. I mainly research and develop 3D virtual imaging technology and apply it in the fields of healthcare and smart cockpit. It's my honor to have this opportunity to speak about entrepreneurship. At present, China strongly supports young people's entrepreneurship. It is worth mentioning that the just passed third plenary session of the 20th Century Committee of the CPC further depends reform and further opens up to the outside world, which can provide opportunities for more international cooperation, especially to BRICS. I want to ask whether Russia has more specific arrangements for the next step of strengthening young entrepreneurship cooperation between the two countries in the second half of this year. For example, visit competition or visit investment. Thank you.
I can comment not in terms of investment, but just in terms of cooperation between Russia and China's entrepreneurs. We, as Russian Expert Center, we communicate with the Chinese entrepreneurs, I think, on the daily basis. And I have my WeChat going right now, you know. I think that the level of understanding that we now have is, I think, outstanding. And as I said in my presentation, we are launching new formats for cooperation, like festivals, social media, marketplaces, and we see that there is interest in that, so we are eager to expand it, and we are open to any other suggestions and offerings from your side to make it work better. So we welcome this. Thank you.
Please, on the first row.
Thank you. I'm Ashley Mabaza from South Africa. Thank you for the presentation, very insightful. And my suggestion, firstly, is that I didn't see mostly South Africa, right? And I might understand that probably might not find a good market share. I don't know why. But my suggestion is that there's mostly investment that is coming now, especially from the retail side to South Africa. And if you can check now, Temu from China have a bigger e-commerce site from South Africa. Amazon have established last year launched their biggest store in South Africa in Cape Town. So they are also entering the market that side. So what I want to say is that we don't have a lot of e-commerce businesses in South Africa to support the small entrepreneurs or small, medium businesses. And I think it would be much important for you also to zoom in to see if you can work with some of the companies in South Africa to boost and support them in the e-commerce side. And one of the things that I've noted in the main is that we do have eBay, but it doesn't have much of a support because it doesn't have presence in South Africa itself. Unlike Amazon, that has started to build their last year and open their new big store, warehouses. And also, what I've seen is that when you look at South Africa, don't look at it as one country. It's mostly linked to SADC country, which is South African Customs Union, which include Botswana, Lesotho, and Namibia. So you coming to South Africa and look in terms of the market share, you must also be able to look to the surrounding countries, because you coming to South Africa and invest there, it gives you access to their neighboring countries, because the value chain of South Africa can directly link you up to those neighboring countries, including, as I said, Namibia, Lesotho, Swaziland as well. And that can also give you the bigger boost. And the e-commerce, especially within the South Africa that they've been developed, is mostly developed by in-house FMCG, which is fast consumer good stores. So I think ZoomSmart can also look in terms of that, in terms of how can we collaborate with South Africa, especially helping the small businesses to enter and penetrate the market of the BRICS themselves. And the reason I'm saying this is because the African market is overlooked. But if you can check with SAB or ABN, which is one of the biggest brand in terms of alcohol, they managed to take their profit high, mainly because they managed to tap into the African market. So I think that can also help. And it's been forecasted that South African e-commerce is going to grow by 150% in coming years because the number of people who are using smartphone is increasing. There's high investment in terms of the cloud platform, hybrid public and private cloud platform, including most of the now what is happening is Alibaba Cloud is trying to do much of investment that side. So it can boost that a lot, and also to look in terms of if you're bringing this some of the Made in Russia festivals, try to look in terms of how can you collaborate and partner with South Africa so that it can make South African to be aware in terms of what is there in Russia, what can you collaborate on. And the president of the youth in South Africa, Colin Balajev, been advocating now that South Africa need to use its mineral resources to benefit itself. And now the plan would be to how do we access the market from outside of South Africa. I think that collaboration can help. Thanks.
Thank you. I can think that it could be a really good collaboration with the Russian Export Center in the future. You can share contacts with Angelina and talk about it later. I see Hans, who will be the next. Yeah, please.
I have a question for Mr. G.F. Toslov. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Hamir Singh and I'm from India. So as you said, as you presented, so you run an international e-commerce platform business. So cybersecurity is the biggest threat, and data breaching is the biggest problem and the biggest threat which customer faces. So in international borders, the attackers has access to customers' sensitive information like personal and financial data due to vulnerability in e-commerce websites. So how do you handle it? What are measures to prevent it? Should I repeat it again?
No, okay. So about the security in the commerce field, well, actually, when our customers buy their products through marketplaces, so their data are secured. For instance, but it depends upon the marketplace. For instance, in Russian Federation, we have two major e-commerce platforms: is Ozon and Wildberries. So actually, I'm the seller for these marketplaces, and when I sell my products through this platform, I don't see any data about the customers. I only see the QR code, which I need to stick to my box and send it to the Ozon or Wildberries Logistics. It's all information I can see in my account. Actually, I don't see any information, any personal or contact information about the customers. Actually, when we're talking about the different e-commerce platforms, I can see the address, first name, last name, address, and the phone number. It's not real. It's like auto-changed. It's actually I've been working with Amazon and eBay for 6 or 7 years, and actually this data were always available. Actually, but it's. I think it is an advantage for business because when you work not only through marketplaces, but you would like to expand to the global expansion, and you need to construct your brand building and to work with CRM marketing, like you build a direct relationship with your customers, and you can do upsales for them. You create your unique database with your customers. I think it's good because for your brand, but not for the customers. Of course.
Thank you.
Okay, who want make a question? Wow, so many hands. Yeah. Okay, maybe.
Guys won't have dinner ready.
Yeah.
Panel is allowed to ask a question?
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. So basically, it's more of a year because my colleague has said that dinner is getting ready. In her presentation, my colleague from Russia showed a very interesting PowerPoint presentation where they have developed a totally new business platform. In fact, we in India are also developing a business platform named as ONDC, and I presume that must be a neutral business platform because that is the beauty of a business platform if you develop. So me and my team will like to discuss with you how to go about it. And on a lighter side, I have a comment for my friend from Brazil. He said that sunlight cannot be brought from Brazil to Russia. So in India, what we are doing, we are getting for every such questions, we get hackathons done by our youth, and generally an answer comes out. So I propose that we can have a hackathon on the problem supported by him. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I would like to thank everyone who participated in our session, and I want to say that everyone here is real stars from different countries, and we are together, and you should keep inside you that you need to save these contacts. You need to chat, you need to communicate, you need to add everyone in LinkedIn to save this, because all of you has a unique opportunities to develop the world, to develop your countries, and you should this. You never find such sort of events anywhere. So use this maximum as you can. And as you know, all recordings of the discussion you can find on the BRICS Media Youth platform. And of course, share all expressions in social media, because it's really extraordinary event and it's really amazing. And I want to thank organizers for this. And to announcement about buses which go to the excursions, please keep in time that it will be, and it's very important not to be late here. And the second, as I said, that I got a company which has produced herbal teas, jams, and it's about Siberian hospitality. And Russia, it's not just about no sun in St. Petersburg, so it's just only one city. We got snow, and we got sun in Sochi. And as I'm from Siberia, I just represent you tea and chocolates with pine cones. So pine cones is from the tree, so you can eat it, and it's very tasty. And thank you all. Just have fun a little bit, and then be prepared for the excursion. Thank you. The tea and chocolates is on the left. So.